Hey guys, Dark Skeleton here for the 8th GvG reveal. Now for the 7th one, most people picked Sabotage, which I felt was the correct decision, the cooler card of the two. And I just reviewed that one, so go ahead and check that video out if you haven't seen it. For this one, we have the choice between Steemweedle Sniper, which apparently is a Hunter epic, and Crush, which apparently is a Warrior epic. Now this is actually kind of surprising to me because when the original card art leaked for these two cards, I assumed that the Goblin would be a neutral and the Crush would be a Warlock card. I mean, he has freaking Mal'Ganis or some other kind of demon on there, so you would only think it would be a Warlock card, but I guess not. Now what could these two cards do? Since they just announced Gazrilla as a Hunter legendary, which is more of a late game finisher for a control Hunter deck, I think that this Sniper might be along the same lines. It's appearing to me that they want to push decks that were generally aggressive into having some control options, and decks that were generally control into having some aggressive options this expansion. Therefore, I think now that this Sniper might have some kind of battle cry effect and probably cost around 5 or 6 mana. Maybe it deals damage when it comes out just like a Fire Elemental. Or maybe it's like a big game Hunter that can remove certain targets from the field if very specific conditions are met. It's kinda hard to say exactly how this Sniper will really work in Hunter decks, since historically, Hunters have been very much about beast synergy, and I doubt that a Goblin Sniper is really gonna have anything like that, though he could. Now for Crush being a spell for warriors and all, I think it's gonna have something to do with either taking out big minions, or taking out a lot of small minions with an AoE effect. My two guesses would be maybe for 4 mana or so, target creature deals its attack damage to itself immediately. That would be good at taking out legendaries and things like Inner Fire Cheese where you get a 24/24 Demolisher or whatever. Now, I kinda question whether Blizzard would really do that right now because Warrior already has a lot of great answers as a control warrior, and that's why the deck is so viable. So I'm not sure they need another removal for taking out big minions, honestly. Now right now when it comes to AoE effects, Warriors basically have Brawl, which is unreliable because you don't know which minion is going to survive, or Whirlwind, which is good if you're playing a deck that has a lot of things that you actually want to take damage on your side of the field, like Enraged Minions or Acolyte of Pain. So right now Warriors are lacking in the department of being able to deal direct damage to a lot of different minions at once. Since just another Consecration wouldn't really add much to the game, it would just make Warriors a lot more like Paladins. Maybe what it will do is damage to all minions on the board, and I think that kind of fits the demonic theme. Possibly for 3 mana, deal 2 damage to all creatures on the board. Even then, though, Bouncing Blade is already coming out, which kind of fills that same purpose of being able to deal damage randomly to creatures on the board, and then kill one guy finally. It really wouldn't surprise me at all if the card does something completely different though. They've been really surprising me with a lot of these card effects in Goblins vs. Gnomes, things that I didn't expect to see at all. Now as for which one I'm going to vote for, probably the Sniper here, although I think both cards are actually going to be really cool, and I want to see what both of them do for sure. And the reason I'm voting for the Sniper is because the Hunter decks that are kind of being pushed towards the control side of thing, and the same thing with Rogues, are really intriguing me right now. I want to know if that's actually going to be a viable way of playing when the new set comes out. Since I predict that the Sniper is going to be more of a mid to late game minion rather than an early game 1 or 2 drop like a lot of good Hunter cards are right now, I really want to see what this card can do. I don't know how it's going to interact with beasts, I don't know how it's going to work in a Hunter deck, if at all, but it'll be interesting to see. So I've been Dark Skeleton, I can't wait to see one of these two cards get revealed, and I'll see you all next time.